this last example, the problem says to find two integers. The sum of these two consecutive integers is negative 237. So we're going to be adding two numbers together. Consecutive means these numbers come one right after the other, like 3 and 4, or 17 and 18. So two consecutive numbers. Integers just means they're whole numbers. So how we think about this is using some letter, some variable. That's our first integer. And then think about it. What do we have to do to this to get to the next number? We add 1 to it. So this will be our first integer, and this will be our second. And we will add those two together. Here's our first integer, and here's our second integer. And we know when they're added together, they make negative 237. They told us that in the instructions. So now you're going to combine your like terms. That means combine your x's and get your numbers together. So x, remember that's 1x and 1x. So that gives you 2x. And then we want to deal with this positive 1 by subtracting it from both sides of the equal sign. And be careful here. This means negative 237 plus negative 1. So there's two negative numbers that you're combining or adding together. So that's how we're going to get, this is going to be our 2x. These are going to go away, just adding up to 0, equals negative 238. And then you're still needing to solve for x. So we're going to divide on both sides by 2. And these factor out. And be careful here, negative divided by positive is going to give you negative. Now, that's x. That's the first integer. What's going to be our second integer? X plus 1. Negative 119 plus 1 gives us negative 118. These are consecutive numbers. Oops. Negative 119 and negative 118. And if we add them together, we do get negative 237.